What men really think during no contact. Understanding no contact. First, let's understand why people use no contact. Typically, it's a strategy used to heal after a breakup, to gain clarity, and sometimes to reignite a partner's interest. It's often advised to give both parties space to reflect and process their feelings. But what goes on in a man's mind during this time? Initial reactions. In the first few weeks of no contact, men, especially those with avoidant tendencies, might feel free and unburdened. They might think they're better off and enjoy the return to their personal space and freedom. They might fill their time with work, friends, and hobbies to distract themselves from any initial discomfort. Checking in. While you might be checking their social media, hoping for a sign that they miss you, they're often busy with their own lives. They might not be stalking your profiles or wondering what you're doing as much as you think. This doesn't mean they don't think about you. It's just that they process it differently. 6 months later. Around the 6-month mark, something interesting can happen. Men who have avoidant tendencies often start to feel their emotions more deeply as their initial relief wears off. They might begin to miss you and the relationship. This is when you might get that unexpected text saying, "Hey," or "What's up?" They might reach out, testing the waters to see if you're still available. Their motives. Why do they do this? It's not because they forgot about you or didn't value the relationship. It's because their standard operating procedure is to avoid their feelings until they can't anymore. When they finally start to feel the loss, they reach out. They might say things like, "I miss you," or "It was a mistake to break up." Should you respond? Now you have a decision to make. Should you respond? It's tempting, especially if you still have feelings for them. But before you jump back in, ask yourself some important questions. What's changed? Have they addressed their issues? Have they gone to therapy? Have their financial problems been resolved? More importantly, have you worked on yourself? The push-pull dynamic. Remember, if you had a push-pull dynamic in your relationship, they often felt overwhelmed, which felt like a threat to their nervous system. Now that enough time has passed, and it no longer feels like a threat, they might think, maybe we should try again. But unless something fundamental has changed, you might end up in the same cycle. No contact for you. No contact isn't just about making them miss you, it's about giving yourself the space to heal and grow. Block them on social media, delete their number, or change their contact name to "Do Not Call." Focus on your own healing. Read books, listen to podcasts, and build a secure attachment style with yourself. Avoid the toxic cycle. Don't fall into the block-unblock game. It's toxic and unhealthy. Break the pattern of being available only when they decide to reach out. It's not good for either of you, and it can become a recurring theme in all your relationships if you're not careful. Home and chemistry. You might think, but the chemistry is amazing. I've never felt this way before. Yes, you have. It's called familiarity. It feels like home because it's what you know. Even if it's not healthy, reflect on your past and ask yourself if this feeling is truly unique or just familiar. Do they miss you? Finally, the question that's likely still on your mind: do they miss you? The answer is yes, but maybe not in the way you think. If you spend significant time together, they probably miss you. However, it might not be at the depth or intensity you hope for. Focus on yourself, build that secure attachment, and remember that you deserve love without having to fight for it. In conclusion, during no contact, men, especially those with avoidant attachment styles, go through their own emotional journey. They might feel relief initially but often come around to missing the relationship later on. Your focus should be on your own healing and growth. Build a secure attachment style within yourself and break free from toxic cycles. Remember, you're worthy, whole, and complete just as you are. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on relationships and personal growth.